Hello everyone and welcome back to week 4, day 16 of the Grand Organ Rebuild.
Yep, hello. And what are we doing today, Nick?
Today we are doing the swell box. So in there hopefully we're going to put all the pipes back in.
Yeah, well, we did start with the front box. We've been putting all the pipes in, but Father Paul sent me a message and he said it's probably better to install the pipes in the swell box, because that way, once they're installed, they're self-contained, they have a cover on, there's no chance they're going to get damaged, because if we're working in the back and we've got all these little pipes in the front, we could damage them.
There could be a moment.
He's absolutely right, and we're going to start with the swell box.
The reason, though, we said we just got excited because it was there, we could, so we did. But we've, it makes perfect sense. And also with the swell mechanism, those flaps, we're off to the local organ supply store, which is, as we said, Bricorama. I'm going to get a couple of dowels so the flap system works, and Michael's got to get a few bits for his tuning side of things. So yeah, we'll.
What was it?
No, you. What?
Oh, crack on!
We are done. We have sorted Brico right out.
We've managed to find, look at this, we've managed to find replica old-fashioned screws that look identical to the old Victorian ones we've been using. And we are missing a few screws. Got a few screws loose, mate. So we're going to try those out.
I thought it was all right.
You've got everything in that shop.
On y va.
Good morning everyone, welcome back to another video. So this morning, Yanis and I have been organising and cleaning the chapel. It is now perfectly organised because I couldn't possibly work in an environment that is messy and unorganised. So what I've done this morning is I've removed one of the Norfolk roses very, very carefully without damaging them. I've given it a little bit of a clean with alcohol, and we're thinking we're going to put them on the front of the organ. Just 2 on the front and another 2 on the sides, just to show where it's from, because it's quite important to display a bit of heritage, and it's nice to sort of, thing is we can't use these because they're originally for the back of the organ, and the back of the organ is not exposed anymore. It's against the wall, so you won't see them if we put them on the back. So it's nice to put them on the front, like I said. A bit of heritage, show where it's from, and yeah, that will look quite nice. So brilliant, awesome.
Okay, so we're back, Nick. What did we discover? What goodies did we buy in the shop?
We had a really successful outing. We brought some dowel, some metal dowel, which I'm going to make those kind of L-shaped pieces to go through here for the swell mechanism. Michael had a brilliant discovery.
Yeah, well, we have been looking for some for some old screws, because obviously some are missing, and we didn't want to use a modern equivalent. Well, a modern version with maybe like a cross at the top, but we managed to find these. They're galvanized. They're very, very, very similar. We've got a few different sizes, and I think they'll probably be very helpful in places where we need a new one, because a lot of them, the ends are
so
all
some, like
knackered.
Michael said, some of them actually broken, some of them have actually rusted.
Plus that one's quite, like, if you look at the ends, they're very, very similar, and they're thread-wise, I mean, that one's a bit longer, but I think they're a good replacement.
Yeah, no, I think we've done well.
Yeah, perfect.
So it is onwards and upwards with the swell box.
Yeah. There you go. Let's crack on.
Go.
So what I'm doing while Michael and Nick are sorting out the swell box, I'm going to start cleaning all of the beautiful gold pipes. So I think if we gilt these, or actually use proper gold leaf, it would cost an absolute fortune, because there's so much space. I mean, like, just like, I think a square foot of real gold leaf is like, probably like 100 euros, isn't it? Something like that. So we're just going to clean them. And yeah, it's the best way, cheapest way. So I'm going to start with the biggest pipe. Ooh, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. There we go. Got my big gold pipe. And straight down on the trestles. Okay. So to prevent these from rolling off, I would suggest maybe using some tape or something, or a strap. Do you want to just hold that quickly, Alex? Sorry, mate.
That's okay.
I don't want it to roll off because it will get damaged. We've got a strap here, just to hold it on for a minute, and then when I go over that side, it shouldn't move then. That is perfect. So it's not going anywhere now. Well, it's not meant to. All I'm going to use is some alcohol and a microfiber cloth. So it's not too abrasive, and it will just clean the dust off. So let's get on with it. At least the alcohol will evaporate. Probably not best to do this near a heater. Oh, lovely. We'll start down here. Actually, before I start that, I'll hoover it off. So I've got to solder some of these pipes, and I've got my express gas zinc solder, and I've got a block of ammonia here. So the ammonia, when the end is hot, that probably won't smell the nicest, but it cleans it up. Obviously you can't use a dirty soldering iron because it won't do anything. I've got some experience soldering zinc, but not pipe metal, and I've got to keep it quite low so I don't end up going through it, because as you know, lead has a very, very low melting point. There we go, let's clean that up quite nice. Oh, it's spitting at me. Oh, okay. Very, very low, let's turn it down. I'll just put on a little bit of flux, just so it's a bit cleaner than it should be. Probably not the right method. Wipe it off. Essentially, flux is like an acid that cleans the metal, which means it will bond really well. Okay. It's going to be messy work. Okay, we've got one bit there. Another bit there.
Is this anything like the flashing?
No, it's completely different to soldering copper or tin or zinc. This is just like a free-for-all, really, and it's going to be an absolute mess when I'm finished, but it will be a lot stronger because it's basically lead. I mean, I can get it to stick to it, but it's not like doing copper at all. Well, I have soldered it the best I can, but obviously if you touch this with too much heat, you're going to melt it. So I've literally just dabbed it on, made sure the metal's clean so it sticks really well, and now that's fixed really well. So yeah, that should work perfectly.
Right, so we are back in the game of when I press this, Michael can feel where the air is or see on the rank where he needs to put the next tube. We are, as we said, in the swell box, so at the very back, the last line of pipes in the swell box. So Michael says to me, and I push the button.
Ignore that one for me. Can I have a low C? Very low.
The lowest.
Yeah.
So he can now hear the air coming out. Then he says he's got it, puts it in, and there it is. So it's just a process of working through. At the moment, as Michael quite rightly said, it is a bit chilly. And if you can see that, but it's a little bit chilly. So all the pipes in effect are as small as they're going to get. So we're just going to set them all in, and then when we get to the ambient temperature, we'll tickle them all into tune. So yeah, it's really good. It's really exciting because it's all coming together. But we've just got to, it's a case of just taking our time and getting it right. But yeah, it's really enjoyable. You all good, Michael?
Yeah, I think that E is quite high up.
Fingers crossed.
I can hear it, but I can't. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Is that it? Okay. Okay, what's this one now?
B. Yeah.
B.
Yeah.
It's a B. I need a B in a similar area. Okay, so we're currently in the swell box. We're installing the, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's just labelled SAL, and that is the back rank of pipes. And fortunately, they're all actually labelled, but these pipes are very soft. Literally, I can see a thumbprint there. D sharp. So I learned this over the weekend. In piano and other instruments, you would say like D sharp. You would probably actually say E flat. But in organ building, every note is always either the note plus sharp. So this would be just a D sharp, so not E flat, which was confusing me. And I think these pipes are basically lead. They're very soft. Now we were actually retuning some of the pipes as we were going to 440 hertz, but I've come in here today and because it was really cold over the weekend. It was -4, which is about 24 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. So really cold, and obviously these pipes, they're metal. When they get cold, they contract. So if they contract, then the pipe becomes shorter, which actually means they pitch up. And in the summer, they expand, which actually makes the note lower. So it's very difficult to tune them. But we were thinking about retuning this organ. Now, I think a lot of people, some people will be happy, some people, especially maybe organ people, might not be happy. We actually want to tune this organ to lower than 440 hertz. We want to tune it to more close to of an original. So somewhere between 432 and 435 hertz, which is the A above middle C. But we can't do that now because the ambient temperature in this room is much too low. We need to get the chapel to about 20 degrees Celsius, 21 degrees Celsius, and then tune it so that it's sort of the average temperature for the year. So you'll go lower, but you'll go higher, but that will be the average, and it won't go in and out of tune. Because if I tune this to 432 hertz now, in the summer it's going to be like, it might even be 428 hertz or something. So it's no good doing it now. And they're actually pretty much at concert pitch, most of these, so we'll leave them where they are for now. But it would be nice to have, and it'd be quite rare to have an organ at 432 hertz, the old-fashioned tuning. Okay, so let's put this one in.
D.
It's a D.
Yeah.
It's a D sharp. So can I have a D sharp, please? Nick?
Yeah, middle D.
On and off? That's a D sharp, yeah? I think that's it. Okay, next. So this is going to be much lower, Nick. This is a... It's not A. It is E. E.
Does it help with the height of the pipes?
Well, I can tell roughly what octave it's going to be in by the length of the pipe. Longer the pipe, lower the note. Shorter the pipe, higher the note. So this is going to be in a lower octave. So we need, a low E. So I'm going to put some gloves on. I completely forgot before. These are lead, and it will absorb through your skin. and it's not good for you, not in large doses. Well, in any dose, but especially large doses. So we're going to put some gloves on, protect my hands. And these pipes are labelled very clearly, so I don't have to blow them to find out what note they are. So we should be fine. What's the next one, Yanis?
G.
A G?
Yeah.
It's a G, yeah, in the same area. No. G. At the moment I'm playing, I've got swell to grate, so if I play on the grate manual, it will actually also play the swell, but the sound that we've just installed, or we're just installing, is so quiet I can barely hear it from the front of the organ. So I don't know if we've got an air pressure issue or it's just meant to be very quiet and mellow. Because if I close that, you can hear this. Close the open, it's just very quiet, and I guess that's the point. It's if you want to play something very soft and quiet, and maybe you just use that stop. Maybe you can hear it better, you know, from the back. So if we was to play, say, a bit of a, what's it, Interstellar? Very quiet. And if I open the stops, I can press this pedal. That's actually opening all the stops on the organ, so we don't really want to do that. We just want to open the open.
You've got lots of bubble wrap and it's floating.
There's air coming out somewhere.
Well, that's just what I'm saying, to go off the line.
Stops are working good, Nick. And that controls the swell opening. So, in fact, that bit that we were just playing the sound, with the swell doors closed, be inaudible until you open them and you hear that soft sound. But I think we're okay. So we'll just salitional. How do you even say that? Salitional 8 foot, whatever that means. I'm sure. Ah, right, lovely. So, Nicholas, I'm the pipe unwrapper. Pied Piper.
I'm the pipe piper or the pipe unwrapper today. It's going well. Essentially, my job is to find the pipes, pass them to Yanis, who passes them to Michael, and then, yeah, we're quite a good team, I think. You're meant to do that, the pipe goes into it, doesn't actually work. That's how you're meant to do it, not actually put them in your mouth. Somebody told me. I get a lot of emails. Sorry if I don't reply.
I think you'd be more concerned about lead poisoning than damaging the pipe.
Talking about.
Oh, it's on here, that's why.
Nothing, we're just playing the wrong keyboard.
No, we need to open swell to break them, so to make it easier.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Take these. Put the pipes in.
G sharp still, yeah?
So we've run into an issue. I'm trying to install the pipes. I'm saying to Nick, press the key, and I'm put my hand under to feel where the stops open, and a lot of them are just air's blowing out all the time, so I can't tell which one they're meant to go in, and it's really difficult because Nick's going, is it that one? Is it that one? And I'm like, I don't know because they're all playing, so it's getting a bit.
Yeah, so there's lots of,
stressful.
yeah, there's very stressful. So lots of little holes. So when Michael puts his hand, like he says, it's just they're all over the place, and then we can't identify any individual one. So what we're going to do now, we have made a plan. The plan of recovery is I sit at the back, and Michael's going to use a little piece of paper, and just so they'll be blowing out, which they are, and when I pull it, it'll blow out more, so then we can mark that, and when we take the cover off and there's no air in the organ, hopefully we'll be able to decipher what one's what, and then we can start working out the repair from where at least we've got a datum, because at the moment, like Michael said, it's just blowing out everywhere, and it's pretty impossible. So, stressful times, but you know.
Yeah, and I'm getting pipes handed to me here and there. And I'm
Under
Be
pressure.
careful with that pipe. I found one with a thumbprint in it. Could be someone. It could be an old thumbprint, but it shouldn't be there.
So we're just going to take stock.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go again.
Yeah.
So let's crack on.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it, then. Yeah, hold on.
It's just an adjustment. Okay.
There you go. Do it again, Bill. Play it again, Sam.
Is it a black one?
That one.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. This one. Is it the bottom of 3 black ones? Yeah, that's it. The first of the 3 black ones.
Is that it?
That's it.
It's like a tiniest tweak.
Okay. Well, that's good then. So let's look for that sharp then.
We're excited now. We are overly excited because it's only a little tweak, but just like that, and then we're back in the game.
Back in the game.
So Nicholas.
Yes. Is it not in the same area?
It should be in the same area.
Okay, that one then.
And that might be it. Wait there. Let me try it. No, it's not. It's not it. That's not it.
So is it smaller?
I tell you what. I'll use my phone to tell you what note it is. Right there.
So what happened with the 2 that got stuck open?
So the fix was,
It's actually a C, not a G. So I can have a C in the same area.
yeah, it's there. So what happened was, that's
Is that the
it.
C?
Yeah,
That's it.
we had an issue with, we thought it was the valve stuck open. It's just the adjustment on the keys. So like we said, we stuck them all in the
Can I
neutral
have a
position.
B in the same sort of area?
And now all we've got to do is just tweak them off, just to let the pressure off the spring mechanism that holds them up. So it's minor
the B?
tweaks.
B.
We're very
Is that
happy.
the B? Are you pressing the B, Nick?
I am pressing B.
All right.
We're happy that it's all it's going well, but it's gonna be that whole a little bit of snakes and ladders. So we do stuff and then we do it again and then we suss it out. But that's been the same right from the beginning,
Again?
I think.
Right there. It's a bit sharp right there. Again. Again. That's better.
We are now on to the system of sorting pipes. So what Billy, Michael and Yanis are doing is putting them in an A what? A? Is putting them all in an order so that they're laid out on the floor, and then it's just a case of picking the appropriate ones, which we are thinking will save us a lot of heartache, because it means that Michael can just take them and follow the grooves or the holes that are in the deck. So as we say, every day's a school day. It's all evolving as we go, but this is looking good. So let's see how it goes.
G, A sharp. Wait a minute. So we need the C, that's a D and a D sharp. So we'll need...
Right, so on the mechanism for the swell box, we have this wooden piece here, and it goes to a seesaw, which sits underneath, and there's a pin here and a pin at the top, and that then goes onto that long piece of wood, which has all the little kind of holes in it, which sit on the end of those flats. So as it goes up, they all open. As it goes down, they close, or vice versa. My job is just to make two little dowels that fit in here. And traditionally on the organ, they were like an L shape or an Allen key. I've just got a bit of rod that you saw we brought from Brico. So I'm just going to cut it up, and I'm going to make two the same to go through here. And then we're good to go. So they're just going to pop in there, and then I'll be able to, when we're ready, put them in, job done. So we've made our little L-shaped pieces of metal, and they, like we said, they just slot in here, and they push in and they stay in, and that goes to the other piece of wood which is on the swell mechanism. And while I've been doing that, with Alex kindly filming me, the other crew have been laying out the pipes, so it all looks good. This is looking very close to being a completed rank of pipes, so we'll be able to crack on and get them in. So let's do it. Okay, so we're getting near the end of the day. The organ rebuild has been tricky. It's thrown up its little usuals, if you like, of those intricacies, which we're getting there. Michael's, very patiently, methodically gone through all the different aspects. We've got a repair strategy so we can move forward. So it's very, very positive. So tomorrow we're just on with more pipes. But in the meantime, Michael's going to paint the picture of what you guys could do to help. So over to Michael.
Right, so the organ build's been going fantastic so far, but it's been a really, really expensive project. It's been a labour of love for Billy. It was his dream to rescue this old church organ, and it's been going really well, but obviously money's not infinite. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to release 2 prints to try and raise a little bit of money to help towards the restoration of the organ and a future project in the chapel. So, Nick, would you like to present the first one?
This is the first one.
So this is actually Pip back in the cathedral in Norwich, where the organ came from. And this is the very first illustration that I've done for the new book. Although the book's not ready yet, you can own one of these first edition signed prints. And that will go towards the restoration of the organ, because it's looking like we might not be able to finish it for Christmas, but we'll keep pushing on. And I've done another illustration. Now, this is the organ in place in the chapel. And the funds from this, because I've noticed while we've been repairing the organ, little bits of the original painted ceiling have been dropping off. And we've just been picking them up, putting them to one side, and hoping that one day we can restore it. But all the funds from the sale of this print will go towards the restoration of the chapel ceiling, because it's a historic painted ceiling, and it could be, well, one day it could just all fall off. So we need to give that some attention quite soon. And both of these prints are available, along with the print of Pip, on my website, which is www.doingitourselves.com. And we'll put a link in the description. And if you'd like to help out with both the projects, you can go and buy a print, and they make fantastic Christmas presents. And they're all signed as well.
And I think for everyone involved, for Billy and everyone involved, it will be it's just a massive help, isn't it? Because it has been, everything comes at a cost, as we know, but it's fantastic. But it is a mega project. So and it's been lovely to have you guys along with us, because without you, it doesn't happen. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And guess what? We'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.